Are you looking to expand the services that your business offers? In this video, I'm going to explain why you might want to reconsider that.
I'm turning dreams into reality. In the lab with the formula and chemistry. Your memories spark and motivate and make the industry shake. We put the bars in the place. I'm talking one chance at best, yes. Painting pictures for the culture, keep the brushes fresh. Flip the cover with the drummer, passion never rests. Freedom is our teacher under pressure, now we blessed. See, I was so good for the goal. There's one art, one shot, now the future is yours. Go! Yeah. It's one art, one shot, now the future is yours. Go!
What's up guys, Kyle Milan here, and if you get value out of this content, share this with one person that you know and hit that subscribe button. Today we're talking about service-based business, whether it's B2B or B2C. We're talking about should you expand? So you have an existing business, whether you offer one service or 10, this is a common path that a lot of business owners go down. I did it myself as well. And you're saying this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm offering. But you may start to run in, this is like the enticing thing, you may start to run into situations where customers will say, well, hey, you do this, but if you also did this, instead of me hiring this guy, then maybe I would just give that money to you. That's kind of the trap that people get to fall into from the potential customer or from their existing customer. And you start to go down that path and say, well, I don't want to turn away money because nobody wants to turn away business, but you have to be smart. So I went down this path years ago, and does it make you more money? Can you get revenue out of it? Yes, you can grow your business from there. You can scale it. However, the issue that you come back to is that you have to, at some point, pick a niche and pick a service. You can't be the jack of all and master of none to everybody. It is so enticing. I've been there. I know exactly what's that like. Why don't you just do this? Like for the agency, it was like, well, you do this, and why don't you add, like you already do web and SEO, why don't you just add creating graphics and creating brand collateral and creating brochures, and you've already got graphics designers, so utilize their time more efficiently and add more work to it. Or you're already doing video marketing, why don't you add this other type of video service? Why don't you do it for more people? What you end up doing is going down this path of just like, there is no niche, there is no special thing that you offer over anybody else. That's really what you have to think about. When you get tugged in that direction of somebody saying, offer me more and I'll pay you more, and it's so enticing, you have to think about it from the standpoint of your potential customers and the competition that you have in the space. What sets you apart? And everybody has their own little way of looking at their value proposition, but for the most part, they're broken into a few different categories of everybody saying the same thing in different words, different energy, different way of being creative about it. At the end of the day, most value propositions are the same, unless you're talking like tech, efficiencies, or sometimes software and things like that. But when you start to go away from that, let's say like that neutral point or that 0 point, and you start saying like, I'm gonna offer all of this stuff, and you get away from it, then you're essentially being a Me Too whatever. You're being a Me Too agency, you're being a Me Too business, where you service customers or consumers, and you've got a dentistry business, or you're in the manufacturing space and doing services for people, and you're like, oh, I could do this, and I could do this, and I could do that. Then you're just moving away from that, and you're like, okay, well, so can this guy and this other company and this girl over here and everybody else that they work for, they can all do those things too, so what makes you different? Picking a niche is important. I struggle with this, and the first time somebody said this to me, I was like, I don't want to pick a niche because I'm just narrowing my box of what we're going to offer, and it doesn't allow me to bring more things in. We picked a niche to start, and then we went wider than that niche, and we went back to that niche, and then we offered more services in that niche, and then we reduced it to a point now where we only offer primarily 3 services to really 2 different industries. And it can get more niche down than that. There's companies that only offer 1 service to 1 specific industry. But for us, that's how far we are right now at this point in almost the middle of 2019. So you may look at it and it may be enticing to expand those services out, but if it's not your core, and if it's not something that you personally love or are passionate about, and it's not something that your core team can do, then you're gonna go down this windy road path circle to most likely come back to the beginning where you're like, I went down this path and I offered it to more industries. It didn't work, I didn't like it as much, or offered more services that I didn't like as much. We weren't as profitable. I didn't have the expertise. I didn't have the right team in place. There's all these things that can compound it. but you had that carrot hanging in front of you of a client saying, offer me more services and I'll pay you more. But if you've got your business and your service and your industry, your niche and all that stuff on lockdown, and you've got cash flow coming through and you've got a reserve and you've got the team built out and you're a leader in your space, and then you want to expand through acquisition, which is common for a lot of companies, then it might be a good move for you. My only point behind saying it is that when you're starting out, or if you're already established, just being like, yeah, I'm gonna offer that now too, it's not as easy as that. It is easy as that to start, but you very well likely could fail at going down that path. So think twice about it. It may not, the carrot of revenue may not be the best choice, because you have to, at the end of the day, look at profit. And is this new service gonna be profitable to you if you've never done it before? If you're acquiring a company and they've got a team and they're super profitable and they've got a name in their space, then yes, slide it in, and now you're one bigger company and you can service all your clients from that. But whether you're in B2B, whether you're in B2C, it really doesn't matter. For the niche that we serve, which is manufacturing and industrial, I've seen some companies do this successfully, where they can add things like they already do this process, this service, and now they're adding a secondary service, a secondary capability, so that way they can complete the product more before they ship it to their customer. That does work. In the beginning, there are hiccups though, because it's not as easy as just adding it. So it can work. Think twice about it. It's not something easy to jump into. Don't go after that carrot. If you guys get value out of this, share this with one person you know, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you on the next one.